Share this video to someone that you know is struggling with trusting anybody at all, even your parents. If anybody is gaslighting you, you need to clear them. Like, it's not only you, even me. Like, why are we struggling for who is the most hurt between the both of us? Go and call your friend, tell your friend, oh, said this my man. He will go, and if he goes, sorry for you, because match the energy. Because it is when you don't match energy that you get hurt. You need to take your time. Yeah, on top, yeah. And even if the sun Hi baby cakes. This video wasn't sponsored by anybody. I'm just sharing my journey with you. That's what this video is about. Before I begin, I would like to let you know that please, liking a video is totally free. And even if you've subscribed, I would love it if you would ring the bell. There's a little bell symbol beside the subscribe button. So if you could just click on it, it will always notify you when I have a new video up. And this would go a long way for me. I know you're here because you've probably been hurt. This video isn't just for like boyfriend, girlfriend type of thing. Oh yes, I was going to say I am starting a new series. It is called Relationship 101, and I'm your lecturer for the course. I'm not exactly a know-it-all. I have a messy life, but I'm learning for myself, and as I learn, I'm going to teach you. That's what this is about. So this video is not just for people that are in dating or like sexual relationships, even for families, for friends. This is for anybody. As long as you're in any relationship of any type, this video is for you. You've probably been hurt a lot and you've passed through things you don't even want to talk about. But I need you to understand one thing. Hurt is inevitable. Once you can understand this, you will know that it is inevitable. Haven't you hurt somebody before? And most times you don't even do it on purpose. Maybe you made a comment to your friend and you thought it was a joke, but then they took it like really deep and you hurt their feelings. So you need to understand that we're human beings. We have different responses to grief, to pain, and a lot of jokes or stuff out there. There's a thing as relationship PTSD. Sometimes you're scrolling through TikTok or different places and you just see all these relationship videos and you're like, it goes sweet though, no go bad. You remember what you had and you're like, you don't want to pass through that again. This video, I'm going to help you learn how to trust if you've been hurt before. Most times when a person hurts you, you no longer trust the person. So I'm going to teach you or carry you through this journey with me today on how to learn how to trust if you've been hurt before. Let me share a personal experience with you. Before, I was into like a certain type. When I noticed that my encounters with that certain type of people would always lead to stupid cases, I decided to change my type. I was like, okay, if I'm meeting this type of people and this is happening to me, I might as well just change it and maybe I'll have a different experience. But it did not change. I have learned. So now I'm going to share with you 6 ways, well 5.5 actually, 5.5 steps on how to learn how to trust if you've been hurt before. You need to understand that before you even try these steps, you need somebody that you feel safe around. If you don't feel safe around the person, trust me, your intuition will never lie to you. Think about it. How do I feel around this person? Don't just go with your feelings. Think with this place. Don't think with here at the beginning. For one, you need to take your time. It is not a race. I'm going to share a picture I saw on Instagram from someone's book. This is the picture. Don't rush into anything. Like I said in my previous video, anything you rush into, you're going to rush out of. Once you realize that it is step by step, you take things easy. You're going to think about it. Is she being consistent? Does he talk to me? Does he share his feelings with me? Does she make me know what she wants? Does she keep to time? If she says, oh, I'm going to be here by this time, does she meet up? Does she hide her phone around me? Take your time and actually analyze the person's behavior. Once you're able to do that, you can proceed to step 2. Like I said in step 1, it is not a race. So step 2, I'm going to say, reveal yourself layer by layer. Match the person's energy. That's like the basic thing I'm saying. You don't know this person's mother's name, but they know your grandma's name, they know your brother's name, they know your great grandfather's name, they know the history of your family. Think of yourself as different rooms in the house. If they let you into their kitchen, let them into your kitchen. If they let you into the living room, like that, you're an onion. You reveal every layer as they reveal their own layer. So it's like they're putting themselves forward and you're at the back. With every step they take, you take one. Don't take 3 steps when they're just taking one. Match the energy, because it is when you don't match energy that you get hurt. If you're able to match the energy, you will not get hurt, because it's like, oh, okay, you're not going to feel like you did so much for this person. And that is one thing that gets people hurt. Think about it like you're stripped, like fully naked, and this person is still wearing like a layer of clothes. You've exposed yourself, but the person hasn't. So if you're able to match the person's energy, you would know how good you're doing with the person, and you will know if you actually want to keep up with the person to move to stage 3. By step 2, you've probably taken all your layers off. If you are not done with step 2, you can't move to step 3. Step 3, you are going to make your trust issues obvious to them. You're going to tell them, oh, look, this has happened to me before, and this is how I feel about people. You're going to have a very mature conversation about it. Please do not move to this step if you have not done step 2. Step 3 comes after step 2. You're going to tell them your experiences. You're going to tell them your story, the journey you've been on with your love life, or with other family members, or with your friends. Don't forget that I said that this video is not just for lovers. It's for people that are in any kind of relationship. It could even be like with your colleague or something. Well, why are you getting so deep with your colleague? That's for you, Sha. If you tell them this and they're not reassuring enough, if they give you reasons to worry, or they are gaslighting you and they're like, well, it's not just you, even me, I've been hurt before. No, when a person comes to you with their sad tales, you don't come and throw yours back. They're like, this person has done this to me. You're like, it's not only you, even me. Like, why are we struggling for who is the most hurt between the both of us? If the person fails this level, they need to go. You can't move to step 4. So when you're done with that conversation, trust me, this doesn't happen in 1 month or 1 week. It could take a very long time. Take as much time as you need. Step 1 is take your time. The 4th step, please, I am not supporting any crazy attitude or any crazy actions. The 4th step is you need to test them. It's like I buy something on Jumia. You see those reviews that people would write on Jumia. If I get the package on Jumia, I would have to use it a couple of times before I can actually tell the person, oh, this thing I bought actually served its purpose and it's of good quality. Or you get a dress from a store. You've seen how it looks, the same way you've seen how the person, your partner, whoever looks on this Instagram page or on this online store. You order it, you get the person close to you, the person becomes vulnerable. And then you see that the fabric isn't what you saw. You begin to see character traits in the person that you did not expect to be there before. If that happens, you need to tell yourself, So you test them. I'm not saying go and call your friend, tell your friend, oh, said this, my man. He will go. And if he goes, sorry for you. Because why are you doing that? Are you in primary 5? You do not do that. Don't do anything crazy and don't do anything that's going to push them away. You are not the devil. This is not time for temptations. Just make simple steps like, okay, you call them and you're like, oh, hi, can you call me by this time? And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be free. And then they call you by that time. They've passed the test. This is an example. You can choose whatever you want to do, but don't forget, don't be crazy and do not push them away. If they pass the test stage, then you can decide to proceed to step 5. Step 5, you need to put this in mind. Only God deserves 100% trust. I'm a Christian. Even the Bible says the heart of man is desperately wicked. You're not supposed to even trust anybody completely, not even your parents, because you see all those movies where parents give up their children for rituals. You trusted them, or an uncle, or an auntie, or your best friend. I'm not saying that you should treat everybody like a killer or treat everybody like the devil, but you should be wise, you should be smart. Only God, Jehovah, the Almighty, deserves 100% trust. Take everything you are told with a pinch of salt. If a person says, oh, this is what I passed through, if there is no concrete evidence to support their claim, then you do not listen to what they have to say completely. You're like, oh, okay. Even when you know they're lying to you, you're like, for real? That's so crazy. Listen to all they have to say with a pinch of salt. Think about it before you jump into it. I'm going to display Jeremiah 17 verse 5. Even the Bible says, cursed is a man that puts their trust in man. This isn't saying that you should not trust, but don't throw yourself in completely. And then you meet a person in 1 month and you're like, wow, LOML. They already know your abuse stories. They know your fears, what you struggle with. It's too early. What if it doesn't last? You now feel so bad that you opened up completely to that person, and then you have to meet somebody again and it's tiring now. Man is naturally made selfish. We are made to think like animals. Everybody thinks about numero uno. They think about yourself. You are number one. So you need to realize that you don't give trust to a person if that trust isn't earned. You don't just go around throwing trust. Nah. Everybody needs to work for your trust. If you have a problem with opening up too much, you need to fix it. You need to actually give people grace though, because not everybody hurts you on purpose. Like I said at the beginning, not everybody hurts you on purpose. You need to give everybody grace. God has given us grace, but doesn't mean that we should act foolish so that grace may abound. Nah, you need to do what you're doing and give them the benefit of the doubt that okay, they can actually slip from time to time. And then of course, step half, because I said 5.5, the half step after the fifth one is to just trust. I understand that you've been hurt before and you're like, what's this crazy girl saying? Why are you saying I should trust again when I'm complaining to you, or I'm watching this video because you're teaching me how to trust again and you're telling me to just trust? You never know how it's going to be until you do. You're like, nah, I've had 5 boyfriends or 5 girlfriends and everybody gave me a reason to worry. The Coca-Cola company makes a series of drinks, but they all taste different, don't they? You have Coke, you have Fanta, you have Sprite. You need to just trust. If you can follow these steps little by little, you reveal yourself and all of that. You take your time, not take the final step to actually just trust. You'll be fine. Please, I am reassuring you that nobody has the right to make you feel terrible. Nobody has the right to make you feel crazy. If anybody at all, even your parents, if anybody is gaslighting you, you need to clear them. You need to cancel them because they are not good for your mental health. Nobody has the right to hurt you. But don't forget that you hurt other people too. So don't go around doing things that you will not want them to do to you. The best way to trust, to learn how to trust again, is to trust like you've never been hurt. Because that's what this fear is supposed to do to you. This fear is supposed to hinder you, to stop you from actually trusting. When you know that you actually want to trust, it is stopping you from getting into the kind of relationship that you may end up liking or loving at the end. So you need to put yourself aside and just remember that you've been hurt before, so you're not scared of getting hurt again. No, that's rubbish. Don't give excuses for the rubbish that your previous people did. I was not there for them, or maybe because I look a certain way, or I'm fat, or they did this because I wasn't loving them properly. Do not, and I promise you, I'm saying it again, do not lie to yourself for their rubbish mistakes. They did rubbish because they are bad people. They are bad people, and that is just it. Before I go, I want you to know this. Love isn't pain, but a lot of pain comes from loving someone, because you are 2 different people and you have to understand the person. If there's any topic you would like me to touch, it mustn't be for boyfriend and girlfriend. Trust me, you have friends, because even friends can hurt you and can break your trust. Share this video to someone that you know is struggling with trusting the next person they're going to be with, trusting their dad, trusting their mom, trusting their stepmom, stepdad, a friend. Just share this video. Everybody needs to learn how to trust, at least to a certain degree, because you know, now only God deserves 100% trust.
I was hanging with you and then I realized I didn't think it was true. I was surprised.